Grandpa, can you read me a bedtime story?
Sure, Sonny Jim Jim.
Yay! I want to read this one!
Confederation! This is the book how all the colonies of BNA joined as one to be one great nation, known as Canada.
Okay.
Chapter 1, The Great Coalition.
The coalition government was made of 3 main men. First of the 3, a funny-looking liberal named George Brown. The second, John A. Macdonald. He was a Scot who hated George Brown. Finally, Cartier, a hard-working man who wanted to keep the French religion and rights. John A. Macdonald and George Brown despised each other. But because of political deadlock, they were forced to join together in the Great Coalition. They could finally get the issues past the government. The political deadlock is now broken.
Chapter 2, Need for Rail. In the 1860s, each region had its own railway. But they had no railway linking the colonies. The solution was to build an intercolonial railway. It will benefit the BNA colonies in many ways. They can only complete this task if they unite together as one great nation. It was a decision the Canadian government had to face. Some benefits of the intercolonial railway are faster movements of troops and increase of trade. They simply did not have enough money. If they united, they would be able to afford the railway.
Chapter 3, Cancellation of the Reciprocity Treaty. The Reciprocity Treaty is basically I scratch your back, you scratch mine. The Reciprocity Treaty began between USA and the BNA colonies in 1854. But in 1865, the free trade between BNA colonies and US was cancelled. People in the BNA colonies began to think about joining together so they could trade between themselves with no taxes. Chapter 4, The Threat of American Expansion. In the 1860s, BNA felt threatened by the Americans for many reasons, one being manifest destiny. Americans believed that all of North America belonged to them. Another reason was the Fenians coming from USA raiding the BNA colonies. This was their way to get back at Britain for taking over their homeland in Ireland. But if they had linked the colonies, they would be able to defend themselves against Fenian raids all across Canada. They also thought that the US would be mad at them for supporting the South in the Civil War. The US is more likely not to attack a country.
Chapter 5, Britain wanted her colonies to be more self-sufficient. Britain wanted her colonies to get more self-sufficient. If this happened, they would not have to send their troops across the ocean. This is just like a 31-year-old gamer sitting in his mom's basement being nagged to get out.
Chapter 6, Want for Expansion into Rupert's Land. Rupert's Land was owned by the Hudson Bay Company. Many people were immigrating to Canada, and they were running out of good farmland. Farmers believed that the solution was to expand into Rupert's Land. The problem was, the Americans wanted that land too. They need to join together so they can claim the land before the Americans do. So, on March 20th, 1869, the Hudson Bay Company sold Rupert's Land to Canada for $1.5 million.
And on July 1st, 1867, all of the colonies came in one to be one great nation known as Canada. Put that in the montage, son.
We're gonna be here all night.
Grandpa, can you leave me a bit?